The Kansas Jayhawks are no longer the top dogs in the Big 12. They are just fifth in the conference, and they're coming off back-to-back losses. They host rivals Kansas State in a revenge game tonight. Can Kansas take care of business? Well, we're going to talk about it. But before we do, let me tell you about a promotion we have available at both Wager Talk and sportsmemo.com. Using the promo code Jesse25, as you can see below, you can get 25% off any all-access package, whether it be 1 day or 1 year, from any of the expert handicappers at either one of those two great sports betting websites. And of course, that includes myself over at sportsmemo.com. If you're looking for me over there, just have a glance at the leaderboards. You should see me. Let's get into this game. Kansas opens as an 11-point favorite. The total sitting at 143.5. Big revenge spot for Kansas. They did lose in overtime by a score of 75-70 on February 5th at Manhattan, Kansas. They had won their last home game in this series by a score of 90-78. Of course, they've owned the Wildcats, and they've averaged 88 points per game in the previous 4 meetings prior to that overtime loss. Kansas, 16-3 straight up in their last 19 home games against Kansas State. There's very few places in college basketball tougher to play than Lawrence, Kansas, and Allen Fieldhouse. The Jayhawks had a 19-game home win streak snapped last week against BYU, but the Big 12's leading scorer, Kevin McCullough Jr., was unable to go in that game. He returned this weekend to play against Baylor, and in an 82-74 loss, McCullough Jr. scored 20 points. He's going to be all fired up. The Jayhawks are going to be all fired up for this revenge spot against the Wildcats. I'm going to look at the first half here. I think in a revenge game, they're not going to waste any time jumping all over this team. Rather than laying the 11 and opening myself up to a backdoor cover, I'm going to go with Kansas -6 for the first half. Kansas ranks 5th in the Big 12 in scoring. They're averaging almost 77 points per game. Kansas State ranks 11th in the Big 12 in opponent scoring, giving up 70 points per game. I had looked at the team total over. Kansas's team total is sitting at 77.5. I like that, but I think I like this first half bet better. The Wildcats just 2-7 on the road. This Kansas team, they're used to being in first place in the Big 12. They've won the regular season title in 20 of the last 24 seasons. They're not going to win it this year, but they can execute revenge at home against a rival, and I like them to get off to a good start here against Kansas State. So we're taking Kansas for the first half. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you got anything to say to me, you can hit me up in the comments below. Even if it's nasty, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck, and we will see you again tomorrow.